Let's talk about this Congressman Corey Mills.
Mills.
This is a pretty spicy story. I don't know if I'm new to this story, so I wanted to if Luke, if you already looked
I'm
into
new to the
this.
story too. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, I'll catch you guys up
Yeah, Hannah
because
Claire,
I
take
had
over here.
not
This is
heard-
bonkers.
It's bonkers, and it was like so. Steve Baker, who was I think an excellent journalist, I saw him retweet this thread about it, and I guess we should really give props to Blaze Media, who seems to have just like declared war on Corey Mills.
Yeah.
So he's a congressman from Florida, for those who aren't familiar, and he's kind of what you'd expect. I mean, he like talks about Second Amendment. He's talks about Christianity, things like that. And multiple things came out. So the most recent is this update that he apparently was dating Miss United States, who was also a local state representative in Florida, and that they broke up, and he was basically threatening to release revenge porn. We're going to unpack this a little bit because as you go through the thread, which maybe I'll retweet so you guys can see it, it's just wild. The girl talks about like seeing him get bags of cash from his business associates because he and his wife opened an arms company that's like international. Now I
said
say
people
wife,
come in with money bags and he would get cash. She also recalled an incident at Steakhouse in Washington where she and Mills were having dinner with Shannon Doyle and Jeffrey Croker, his fellow corporate directors. According to file episode, did not speak about business at all, but Corey did leave with money. Yikes. This guy seems like he's corrupt to the core.
Okay, so she eventually went to her local police and was like, because Florida has revenge porn laws. Also, he has
federally we
voted
have
in
them
favor,
now too, I think.
Yes, which Corey Mills voted on in favor of. Okay, unpacking a little bit more. So the other thing that came up was that she said they met in 2021. He said that he was going through a divorce and she, but he was really serious about her, asked her family about engagement rings. She didn't want to move in with him until he was divorced. Eventually was like, yes, my divorce is finalized, move in together. It turns out that two things. He's not divorced. He's just still in this very long, I guess, of divorce process. And also he had another girlfriend who he was like maybe living with in DC because she called the police one night and said her boyfriend of over a year had attacked her. And eventually she recanted her statement and all kinds of stuff. So that came out more recently as well. The other thing the Blaze has talked about, which I guess had been circulating, but they have verified, was that he was that this imam married him and his wife.
Oh boy!
But the imam is linked to this extremist mosque.
Are we talking about Qatar? Are we going back to Qatar now?
I don't think it's Qatar. Like it's just so much stuff is happening with this story that I had to just keep reading. The people are saying that this imam signed their marriage license. And that Corey Mills' story at the time was like, well, she wanted to go back to, I think, Syria to visit a dying relative, and she couldn't do that without a. I guess she had been divorced in Syria, and she needed to be able to prove that she was married. And then the Blaze in the reporting went on to be like, we talked to an expert about it, and he couldn't have. Our expert said it's unlikely that he would have been able to get married in this mosque without converting to Islam.
Yeah,
and
that
so when
makes
they
sense.
asked Corey Mills about it, he got very hostile and was like, well, I have a rose around my arm. But I guess recent photos show that he's gotten that lasered off and also covered with a St. Michael the Archangel tattoo. So sorry, many threads at once. I'm trying to give you the most summary that I can.
What's the main accusation against him?
So right now,
seems like he's in bed with terrorists.
That he might be in bed with terrorists,
like,
and that he is also maybe extorting Miss USA.
Yeah, I mean, why is this dude getting married in a mosque anyway? Second of all,
well, that's the allegation. We don't know if it's true. They said he was already married, but he's in the process of a divorce. And I think the things that I'm reading about him is that he had one girlfriend in DC, one girlfriend in Florida. But if they had a mutual consenting adult relationship, this seems very personal. Like,
I don't want anybody serving in the government who got married in a mosque. How about that?
The Blaze is also bringing up that he's like taken multiple trips to the Middle East while after being elected. That he has this.
What about the bags of money? That doesn't sound very personal.
His company relates to the military industry, and so this connection is interesting. His wife is involved in it. It's one of these things where it's like someone obviously. What I understand is like it was the marriage license first. Someone was like seeing it circulate with this, and they were like, "That seems odd." And it's like as they pulled on the strings, lots of stuff revealed itself, and then also these women sort of revealed themselves as being in his life. So I don't know if he has a challenger in his district, but it's also not being widely reported by like the Blaze is a conservative outlet. I would say it's not like CNN is going after him, and I don't know if they will.
No, I mean his salary's over 100. His salary is 170,000, but his net worth is north of 8 million, upwards of 40 million. Like, I mean, I guess I can't say you can't be rich and serve for government. I mean, Trump's a billionaire, right? I mean, this is wild. Luke, why did you vote for suspected Terry?
I don't think he's in my district. To be fair, but again, I think we're only hearing one side of the story, right? A lot of this sounds like kind of like hearsay and allegations. I'm looking at some of the text messages. And I know they're saying sextortion, but I think there was something else involved here. I sent you some of the text messages into the private chat, allegedly, that are the text messages. This is what Anthony Sabatini is reporting. Again, like
in terms of relationship stuff, I never really care.
He took bags of money, and then this is allegedly the sextortion part.
Please leave me alone. Okay, Linz, give me his number and I can send him the videos. Take care. Well, he's saying he's going to send him videos. What do you think that means?
I think he's talking about someone else that is in, I guess, her life.
Oh, that could be.
The allegations that he was threatening. He like started being like, "You're dating someone else," and he was like, "I'm going to send him the videos of us, that we took or whatever."
Yeah, so that's what they're calling sextortion here out of all of this, and it does seem like it's kind of like an argument between him and a woman.
Thing. Yeah.
It all seems. I mean.
Well, where is the bags of money thing coming from? And it also, like, the Blaze did investigate it. The Blaze isn't just saying, like...
him. Like, they talked to him on the... They had an interview with him, and he, like... I don't know. You guys have to read all of these articles.
I mean, if you have $40 million, right? If you have $40 million, a couple of bags of cash is like, whatever. Like doesn't really matter, right?
Well, I don't...
If you're a member of Congress, you're not supposed to get random bags of cash. Maybe
I'm wrong, what were the bags of cash for? Like,
I don't know. The implication is that he's like taking cash from his business, and therefore it would be like not reported.
Laundering it out.
True.
That could be true. It could be nothing. It could be. Yeah.
The one that I found.
Watch. Well, let's say he sold a Patek. That's could be $100,000 watch. Someone wanted to pay in cash. Keep not pay tax on it. It might be nothing. I mean, it might be nothing. But the Mosque connection is what I'm most interested in. He says he explained why he was married by a radical Islamic cleric. He's not denying that.
No, he's not.
He's not denying that part.
You should find it in the article. He talks about his wife needing to go back to see a relative. And so that's the girl, I guess, that he was like dating in DC. And again, like some people go through divorces that take years and they are not divorced on paper, but they are very much living separately, which is what he is saying. I guess one of the things the Blaze picked up on was like, a lot of his staff didn't realize he was still married. So there's some question about it, but maybe you don't discuss your personal life with your staff.
Yeah, maybe I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, people who were 9/11 hijackers attended his church. Like
the underwear bomber.
The underwear bomber also attended his church. Let's not pretend like this is nothing. I think this is a little more than a nothing burger, Luke. Like,
I mean, I think it's a big nothing burger when you're coming out and saying, there was, bags of cash, but from who and for what? Like, and I think the beauty queen sextortion part, that's nothing.
I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't care about that part either.
That's what they're leading with. But that's what the Blaze is leading with. That's the Blaze running with.
I wouldn't say they're leading with it. That's their latest update. Looks like they've been reporting on this for a little bit of time, and then they're just linking.
I mean, the title is Miss United States accuses Corey Mills of sextortion, accepting money bags. That's the title.
I mean, of today's story, but the other ones were about this before. That's why I said it seems interesting that the Blaze has decided, like, that this is something that they're pursuing. And, obviously concerns about someone purporting to be a Christian and running for Congress on that and maybe not being is worth investigating. The fact that it would be connected to a potentially problematic mosque is more fascinating. It also seems like a question of like, when it rains, does it always storm? Like,
right.
Miss America or Miss United States doesn't seem like she would have come out with this story unless the Blaze was reporting on the other stuff. So maybe he's just got really bad luck, but maybe this is potentially an uncovering of something really sinister. I don't know.
Yeah, look into it. I don't care about the girl. It's like with Matt Gaetz. They were like, "Who? Matt Gaetz banged a 17-year-old." I'm like, I don't care. Like, they were in some sort of like weird relationship. I don't really care about that. If he's got some, Qatari honeypot, which is what she looks like to me, maybe that's worth exploring. I don't care if they made a sex tape or if, he threatened to release it. I don't care about any of that. I care about if he's selling weapons to the Taliban, through this church, and why was he married in this church that has spawned several terrorists, not just a couple.